The Career Through Education 4.0. And to give away the speech, I would like to welcome our another speaker, Mr. Phillip Samuel Babu.S, Head Higher Education, Skilling India and Subcontinent, SAP India, on the stage with a huge, huge round of applause. So can I have Phillip Samuel, sir, on the stage, please?
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. It's a great session. So much of learning. Congratulations for the book launch, madam. And I'm from SAP. I don't know how many of you have heard about our organization. And I manage the higher education in a company called SAP, which I'll just give you a background about us. So the primary focus of this particular presentation is to produce skills which is for the future workforce in India, right? And that's what I'm going to talk, because I was told we have 10 minutes time slot to talk, and I'll try and keep it as crisp possible. Maybe in the lunch and during the part of the day we can discuss further. I will also be glad to meet some of you in the university, in your own campus and universities, and talk more about this program, what we are talking about. Just to give a background about our organization, so we are basically a German organization, a 50-year-old company, where it's an enterprise software company, right? So we have a very famous thing called the best run business runs on SAP, right? So we started as an organization in 1972, and the early days of German's manufacturing industry, discrete manufacturing, had a biggest challenge in running organization, the day-to-day, the people management, the production, the quality control, the compliance, okay, all these things. So that was the birth of SAP as an organization. Today, we have completed 50 years globally in 120 plus countries, and in about 25 years in India alone, right? And if you look at the biggest strength is the kind of customer base we have. Close to 450,000 customers who are using our solution. Basically, it's an enterprise software. Everyone here, the estimated educationists who were here previous talking, one of the things which they completely emphasized was in terms of digitization, right? During COVID, everything came to a halt. We had to sit at home, but business who had, forefronted and implemented technology, they were able to survive. Today is a mandate where digitization is something which you cannot avoid. And the same applies in education. That's why we said career in 4.0. The industry 4.0 is already happening. It's already a reality. And here we are talking about education 4.0. What is interesting is this, the whole offering what we look at for the higher education space. We've been in about 6 years now in the large deemed universities and private universities, some of the affiliate colleges in India. And also we work with a couple of governments where we have the skill development to create employability for engineering and management students. And we are creating a big impact in terms of how we make them think. So the whole idea is that, the industry is talking of one simple requirement called make them employable and make them billable kind of resources while in the campus. The effort of SAP is also into the similar thing. So this is something about a corporate profile. I'll just give you some background about this slide which I have just presented. If you see, all these companies are the companies which we don't need introduction for, right? Be it Coke, be it Sony, be it Shell or Indian Oil, the great Indian companies which we see, which is also listed in billions of things. All these companies, if I say that SAP is the backbone for them, it is not a surprise, right? The software which we are talking about, the enterprise software which we produce, right, is what the software which runs behind these companies. Look at the kind of volume, be it the pride Amul India has got, right? Today Amul is one of the best innovations of in the dairy products. And today it's $5.2 billion company in India, and they're complete right from the cooperative society of collecting the milk from a farmer to the product to the consumer, it reaches across the India. SAP is there in the background. So all these companies which are listed here, be it the Tatas, be it the Reliance, they digitize their business, right? Right from HR, right from live management. Today, everything is completely there for their production, for their planning, for their inventories, for their dealer management. For example, look at, take a picture of Nestle, right? Nestle being an European company operating out of India and having a $92 billion company, the kind of transaction and the quality which they need to manage, the software helps to run them better. And the whole thing is that for people and companies like this, when they are running on it, they need people to have knowledge on SAP. And that's what education is all about for us in SAP, where we train them how to implement SAP in these industries while in the college, right? As simple as that. So this is the customer which we are talking about, and we are creating an eco-space in education where it makes an impact of it. Now I'll straight get into what we do, right? I said we are also kind of a university, I would say, where we train the students in the campus while they're studying their engineering, management, or commerce. Either of these three vertical which is there, we train them in four ways of onboarding them. The first one is the foundation course, what we train. From the fundamental of what is ERP, okay? So just to give you a background, if there is a word called ERP which developed some 50 years before, it all started with SAP as an ERP, right? So you definitely have a curriculum which you teach students in a little bit here and there on ERP, right? So SAP is the leading enterprise software, ERP software, which is the global market leaders which you saw in the past slide. So we start from foundation course and then we give them a core where we train a student to learn SAP in depth and become SAP certified and then gets into the job. Then we have a international industry standard certification. That's the third component. Just to give you a little bit heads up on it, it's very important that, whenever you train people on industry program, today, if you see the new education policy, what government is pushing to us is the most fantastic thing which is happening in the revolution of education, because they're saying the new education policy says that you need to collaborate with the industry to make the students industry ready. We as industry also understand the importance of academics. It's a great collaboration and marriage which is happening. And there is where this certification kind of thing comes in, which is from the original manufacturer people. Any of the program which you are running, if it is got they recognized globally, then this certification carries a lot of advantage. The fourth thing which we obviously do is when we are teaching them on a latest technology and good technologies, we obviously need to make sure that people get employed. Employment is the key, the lifeline of India and as a country for all of us. Whatever studies we do, what matters very important is the employability. And we play a very, very important role in the placement where people get trained on SAP and move into some of the companies which I will be sharing with you. We follow a model called TCP, which is one of the proven models in the industry today, which is called training, certification, and placement. The first pillar of training is very important, that a lot of good things come in our mind and a lot of things we want to do as academician. Okay, if we fail in implementing the program, the later effect is always destroyed, right? So the first four important thing is that training, right? So we have a model where we have an expert coming and training in your campus. It could be any part of West Bengal. It could be any part of Eastern India. We have people who could probably have a vernacular flavor and training this program. So our belief is that once we do a training successfully, once a person is learning the subject properly, the outcome will be automatic. Because in a lot of times, government-based programs, private-based programs, there is a good content, there is a lot of concept. But do we implement it? Because there are no people who could teach it. Like, for example, the great ad we can talk about is the Maruti, right? So one of the beautiful ads they say is that you go to Simla or a Kulumanali and there your car breaks down. and they say that there is a nearest genuine part dealer who can support you. That's exactly what happens. Is very important is that implementation plays a very, very important role. And training is one important thing that we make sure whatever we give the best technology, we will deliver it for you in your behalf and make sure the students learn it. Then comes the certification, then comes the placement point of view. I will talk a little more about the placements in my next few slides. We're talking about these companies, some of you from engineering background or an engineering university, I'm sure your students' dream companies are these companies. What if I say 30% of the companies and 30% of the employee base is on SAP practice, right? All these companies which are there, which you see here, some of the companies I have put in, their majority of practice are on SAP, right? It runs, like TCS is close to 25,000 employees on SAP practice, which means these companies are implementation companies for us, and they take people who are SAP certified and send them to companies what you saw in the second slide, which is talking about Coke, Nestle, and everybody, right? All these companies are the ones which are delivering this for placement, and anybody who gets into train in this program through this university training programs through SAP, this is where we try and place the students at. Some of the things which I'm not getting in detail, the whole program will come including soft skills, assessments, interview skills, and industry visit, industry internship, right? I'm not getting, they already gave me a piece of paper saying time up. So, sorry, can you go to the next slide? Getting stuck. Okay, yeah, thank you. So how do we deliver this thing quickly? We have 3 modes of offering, okay? One, SAP curriculum can be offered as an add-on course. You have an engineering computer science student, you want, or a mechanical student, we have modules separately. You can offer it as an add-on course. You can put it as part of a curriculum. I was talking to some of the vice chancellors now. We have a program called BTech in SAP, which we have launched according to the new education policy for 23. This is a new program, which is called SAP in BTech, where 3 years, the student will learn 40% of their curriculum on SAP, and the final year, they will be spending time in industry working on internship. This is the first time ever it's happening, I think. So we will be able to give them internship for the whole 1 year with a paid and different. So after the 4 years, they would have complete 3 years of curriculum and 1 year of internship, where obviously it becomes a very strong profile to get them placed. So that's a part of the curriculum we also have for BCom, we also have for MBA. And then we have some diploma program for working executives. A lot of companies, edu companies have become unicorn today by only educating unicorns. I mean, by educating the executives. You as an educationist becoming a stronger people, if you think of the executives and companies which are surrounded your university, you can create a new vertical over there, right? Look at the unicorn companies which are edu companies which have become an unicorn just by offering some diploma programs to the executives. There is a program which is there for executives which we offer it. Okay, some of the logos and system what we do it. Customers. The one more thing, important thing, last thing which I would like to talk about is so the program is there. There will be a delivery partner. Today, in this case, you see a logo there of ERP Logic, one of our leading delivery partner who will do this faculty delivery in your campus and support in terms of placing the students also. We are also bringing in Indus, apart from this, what we're trying to do is SAP coming in. We are also bringing in as a delivery partner ERP Logic for you to support wherever your university, in whichever place you are being. They are a consulting company. They'll bring in a lot of expertise because some of the logos of universities which they are delivering. Now, we are also bringing Indus Association into this entire program. Indus is an SAP install-based customer. About 15,000 customers in India are using SAP. There is a forum called Indus where the CIOs are there. When there is a formal association, they bring in internship program, industry conclave, hackathon. I don't know how many of you or universities are doing this. The most buzzes thing which is happening today in the industry space and the academic space, is the hackathon. Give a problem state to the student, educate a student to do it, and he will become. So all these things we will enable for you all to deliver and make this association more stronger. Finally, this is my last slide. This program particularly, I mean, any of the program in the education fraternity, there are 4 key stakeholders. One is the student, right? That's the most important customer for you and for us. If you are able to design program and offer them a better employability, any fees, anything is not a challenge, right? Every student wants, every parent wants a career out of this. And that's what this, one of the program is, I would say. Is it. Then comes the academician like your people, where we will collaborate, we'll use them in center of excellence, research, a lot of conclaves and everything. Industry, the third point is very important, creating resources for, zero cost of competency. The industry keeps talking about, the training budgets are getting vanished. They want people, the students in the campus to have been industry ready. If you are able to give industry ready people, they are ready to take as many people you want. And as an university, you and an education policy coming in, you would want to offer something which is relevant. So all this 4 component to a larger gets extended and offered from SAP. This is something which I wanted to share. We will meet in the lunch and keep talking more about it. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, please be on the stage. So now I request.
Okay. While you're doing that, not taking much of time, there's one video which I want to run, a College of Engineering, Pune. I don't know how many of you heard about. This is one of the oldest engineering college. And Sir M. Vishwesharya was an alumni of this college. We run SAP programs over there. While we're doing this, you can also have a small glimpse of, it's only 1 minute video. Please run it.
CAP was founded in 1854, one of the premier institutes in the country today, the 3rd oldest in Asia, and today we stand amongst top 15 institutes in the country, competing with IITs and institutes of that standing. CAP as per se wants to position itself globally, and to do that I think we need to give our students variety of options, because they could be majoring in different domains, and ERP is one of them. This was a different experiment which we tried out. We from the Department of Manufacturing were all along talking of concurrent engineering and teaching our students ERP, and we thought this was very, very relevant.
There is a lot of interest in students in these type of programs, because every person wants a good job at the end.
I was searching for a course who can provide me a platform of multimodule learning, and whatever is promised should be delivered.
COEP has started this 1-year full-time course called as PGD ERP in alliance with SAP Education. We train the students in the modules offered by SAP, not only one module but many modules of SAP, all core modules of SAP.
It is integrated with every single module which we have learned with our own modules.
We get a better insight of SAP as a product. We get hands-on experience on all of its modules and its integration with various business processes.
We said, why only limit our students to what we are going to teach them? Why can't we also have experts from the industry coming in and delivering, lectures on these modules? So
the feedback that we get from students is such that they feel SAP is a part of COP. They don't feel that they are 2 different organizations working separately.
We have been taught by industry experts. We have been taken through ample of business processes. We went through internship. So I feel like when we joined industry, we are productive from day one.
The biggest takeaway is that after doing this course in alliance with SAP, the employability for a student who has just graduated has increased.
there is a need today, as most of the industries are running SAP, and it's a good initiative. It's growing. The industry is recognizing the need, and CAP is known for education, and SAP has its own brand, so it's worked well for the students and the institute.
Check. So now I request Chanda sir to please join us back on the stage and please felicitate our very beloved Sir Phillip Samuel Babu-S, the head higher education scaling India and subcontinent with the special certificate. एक बार जोरदार तालियों के साथ इनका सम्मान किया जाए everybody.